Okay. Yes. Wow. Oh my God. Welcome to another edition of State of the Nation. You listen to the young man. If he doesn't take drugs in, he can even want to kill. He can be crazy in the head. And you know why? The rest of them, all of them are taking it and doing trafficking as well. They are the users, the traffickers. Sure, I wonder if I'm getting it right. Those who are involved in trafficking, they are all celebrating. And they feel like, oh yeah, and I said, okay, it's our God have answered our prayers. The man said they should not even stop because they hope they will they hope they answer them. So you see, they might feel say, okay, yeah, but well, our prayers have been answered. Even though there are other fights, we respect so much the officer in charge, Mr. Christopher Peters. But they feel that the fight against drugs is not as robust. When we first started, when the Director General, Mr. Abraham Krumah, and the rest of the team were ensuring that they save lives. They restore dignity to the young people, even the older ones as well. You listen to the interview, right? Well, it is so heartbreaking. And I can tell you that's why we brought in this show called anti-drug awareness hour. Even though today we're not talking anti-drugs, right? But we say yes, we have to buttress the efforts of the government. The government is trying. It's not an easy fight, but we have to do this. And I can tell you, not a day we receive dime, 1 cent for jingle or whatever on this platform. I mean, the anti-drug awareness segment. We have been doing it voluntarily. So I think it's about time that you come in and support this initiative. You cannot ride a willing horse to death, or else we'll bring the whole program down. We will bring the whole program down. So good afternoon, wheresoever you are. Welcome. It's going to be a wonderful time today. As always on State of the Nation, it always promises to be great. We're going to be here up to 5 o'clock. We have 8 minutes up to 3 o'clock. Too many things to talk about today. We will go to the southeastern part of Liberia and speak with our analyst, Rashford Gardiner. Well, he's reporting the Methodist Church gay argument hits Maryland. The people say, they say they're coming into here. Angry members threatening to storm Monrovia. Meeting where I get my late data. I will just go and be Corey. I just go through FL Live, real TV. The people coming from Maryland. They say I to your own order. We coming. All right, so we're going to go to the southeastern part of Liberia to get more update on. You will get to know why why they are planning to storm Monrovia. You get more details. And also, he will give us more details on the cross-border transporters and transporters fund alternatives, right? The southeastern roads are accessible now, according to our our analysts. We will also go to Maggie with 8 persons charged and sent to court in relation to the violence Cellular Rubber Corporation protests. We will speak with Emmanuel Degler, the station manager at Classic FM. And guess what? Today is the youth conversation, and we will be discussing, continue our discussion today, empowerment and career challenges. We started last week. Rest assured, the guys are all on standby, and we're going to have a wonderful discussion. We'll give you time to call and remain civil. And the last time somebody, one of our panelists said, yeah, what happened in Kenya? And what happened in Kenya? We're not ready for that yet. We'll continue to engage. That's why we have this platform. It's an intellectual platform intended for everyone, irrespective of your status in society, irrespective of your political affiliation, irrespective of your religion, as long as you are a Liberian. And we are also open up to Liberian. We've hosted foreigners here from across the world. Yes, of course, that's why it's intended for. It's for everyone. You have the right to be informed. It's a fundamental right, eh? Yes. Oh, Liberia is on the rising. I like this song. I'm in love with it this afternoon. So yes, the roundabout looks so good. Yesterday I tried going around there, driving around here. I almost lost my people. I said, but it's not bow. They run about the elevator junction, they're not bow. But do you know why? I appreciate, I appreciate this government for that. Thumbs up to our president, President Joseph Yuma Boakai. Thank you so much under your administration. I know the project came to an end. We will give credit to President Weah, we'll give credit to Madam Sellee, but I mean bigger credit goes to this government, this administration. But you know what? I say thank you, but I'm too happy. You know why? Because we need more of that. With our age and one right about, we shouldn't be too happy, right? I mean, we can celebrate. It's so beautiful. But we need like what when necessary, right? We need like maybe 10, 20. Yeah. We need more of that. We need it. We need the roundabout, to those strategic areas. So I'm happy, but I'm not too happy because we are 177 in few weeks. Look, my 26 on you. You don't wait for 26 to come here and say, I'll reject it. You know me. You send me money, I'll send it back to you. My 26 on you. So we need more of that. We can celebrate. That's a wonderful achievement, wonderful development, right? Some of you don't even know how to drive around there. You go over there, don't run. Because you have to be very watchful, careful. Some of you can't even drive, but then you won't be driving all around here. You ask me, I'll be a driver. Okay, so this program is proudly sponsored by EcoBank Liberia and Orange Liberia. And we are so proud to be associated with them. Okay, so let's take our sponsors. It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock in Liberia, wherever you are catching us from. This is State of the Nation. My name is Magdalene Saah. And I'm going to be here alone today because my boss is not faring too well. Yes, he's not well, and I wish he speedy recovery. So he said he well. I said okay. I knew he's not well, so I attended a program just now. I You were calling me. I didn't pick up. Yeah, I didn't pick up. He sent me text. I didn't respond. He said I was just ignoring him. I said I will make your haircut. Yeah, I'll make your haircut. At the end of the day, I just walk inside and say, yes, here I am. So I mean, he's not well, and I mean, you can wish him speedy recovery. What about text? I think text will be okay. Yeah, very very important people. I mean, you can place in call. You can place your a call to him. Well, he got his very close associates. Yeah. So, well, you can call, you can text him or whatever, but he's not well. That's why he's not going to be here today. But rest assured, we're going to have a wonderful time. He always promises to be great on State of the Nation. Let's take Echo Bank Liberia.
starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution
company. And those of you who still contemplating on looking for a bank, I mean, why not get your salary account with EcoBank Liberia that gives you 3% discount. Yeah, you can get loan, and when you're getting a loan, you know what happened? 3% discount. Isn't that wonderful, my people? What else I want for the people to do for you? What else I want for us to do for you? Hmm? Yeah, what else I want to do? You want for us to do for you? And also, Cheddar Construction Company is one of the fastest growing construction company here in Liberia. But let's go to the southeastern part of Liberia to speak with our analyst, Rashford Gardiner, who is reporting that Marylanders are planning to storm Monrovia upon receiving information about the Methodist Church gay argument. Sir, it's good to have you on this afternoon.
It's always a pleasure, Magdalene. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to Chris, as well as the entire platform of State of the Nation.
Yeah, so how is the atmosphere? How are you doing?
It's sunny today after many days of no sun, no rain.
Same here.
Okay, and so just a normal mode, daily routine, but remarkably, there's a serious increase in activities, people moving around. There are more cars visible now. Commercial vehicles are coming in and out from Monrovia.
Okay, so the cows are respecting themselves. Where are they? Are they seeing? Are they? are,
We've observed a marked reduction in cow sightings, roaming cows sightings around the city of Upper, and so yeah, I saw a few on very early on Tuesday morning, very early, but mostly, where you see 10, 15 cows roaming about. I have not observed that since this week.
okay, so but really, I'm really concerned. I mean, they are meant to be eaten, right? They are meant to be eaten, but I'm also concerned about the order from the superintendent, where I mean, shoot on side. And, it's actually a risky venture. Why that have been our concern on this platform, because you have people all of the time everywhere, and what if something goes wrong? But they are meant to be eaten. I'm not really so concerned about them, but I'm really concerned about citizens who will be this way, that way, and moving about their normal business. And what if the shot misses the cow? Well, I mean, that would be so terrible. But anyway, at least owners of those cattle are trying to confine them, and that's what they should do. So, well, the Marylanders, should I say, those from the Methodist Church are planning to come to storm Monrovia. You want to give us more detail about that?
Tuesday morning, we had on the university radio the regular late morning show, which starts at 9, and we had this report from Monrovia.
Okay.
The bishop was allegedly booed or something of the sort for, in the words, trying to encourage the issue of gay rights in the church, that's in the Methodist Church.
Mm-hmm.
And instantly that sparked up a serious reaction from callers on today, Thursday. We had some members of the Methodist youth. In fact, they wanted to come to the studio the very day, but you have to make arrangements and all of that. So they were in studio today, extremely angry, and even suggesting that Methodists in Maryland County should join forces with those who reportedly and allegedly booed the bishop to join forces and storm Monrovia, in their words, get rid of all the, anyone who is in support of this gay thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it also sparked up some a very hot phone in deliberation, people calling
Mm-hmm.
and wanting to, like almost, I don't know whether it's true, whether they got the full information, but it's like once that report came from Monrovia,
Mm-hmm.
they are so angry.
Oh, let me read that. I don't know. Let me read that. Quick. Yes, I'm sorry. Mistake. Okay. I'm right there with you. Rashford. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yes. Welcome back, Chief.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah, people, they said they're not going to condone this gay thing in the church, and they're suggesting that let the Liberian Methodist Church break away from whichever organization that is in support of the gay right business.
So when exactly are they planning to come Monrovia? And
They did not specify, but they said they are so angry they are going to liaise with those who are not in support of the gay right thing, and plan an event and just storm Monrovia to, in their words, get rid of all the gay people and all those who support this gay right thing in the church.
I'm afraid it may turn out violent.
Well, I think we have the state security apparatus. They know exactly what to do in the event of the moving to Monrovia, but the other in the southeastern region, River G and Grand Trunk County were also very angry.
Mm-hmm.
We got calls on the radio from those people, and I mean the lines were inundated and jammed, So that's the situation with the Methodist gay argument story in the region.
Okay, so I mean it was a radio show, right? So you also do you also have non-Methodist members? I mean, let's say Marylanders or Southeasterners talking about this. How do they feel, or do you have somebody who is siding with
There were other people from other denominations.
denomination? Mm-hmm.
You have Muslims calling, you had Roman Catholics, and of course Pentecostal people calling.
What were they saying?
Everyone is angry, and I don't think it's something that could be tolerated, at least not in this region. Perhaps in the Monrovia metro area where you have a whole lot of other people with differing ideologies and all that, but I don't think that's going to work in the. In fact, some of them were saying that the best solution would be to actually go to Monrovia and you know get rid of those gay people, because they said that the support the sponsors of this gay thing are very rich, and if it's left with the hierarchy of the Methodist Church in Liberia, they're going to agree. So the best solution is to storm Monrovia and get rid of these people.
But I mean, you don't know them. Do they know some of them? I mean, it would be against them, right?
Well, frankly, accusing the bishop of wanting to uh, incorporate that thing into the Methodist Church. But one thing for sure, symbolically, maybe they might not go to Monrovia, but it symbolizes how much they hate the idea. They don't even want to hear about it. So that's that. Symbolically, it clearly shows how resentful people are when it comes to the gay right thing, at least around here.
Okay, so let's look at take a look at the some people are planning to go back to the southeastern part of Liberia, maybe to spend the 26th. Maybe I might be in the southeastern part to spend the 26th, and I want to know the condition of the roads.
The roads are still superb. Though slippery when wet, so this means that if you don't have off-road tires, you have to drive with extreme caution because it's slippery. But for cars getting stuck, no, there are no cars stuck. You have taxis still coming, and the latest report we got is that there was a creek, or there's a creek at the town of Putukan in Riverview County, which was crossing onto the road, even though cars weren't getting stuck, but the water, since it's the rainy season, had the depth of the water had increased. And so the guys who are doing the maintenance have installed culverts at that point. So this means that you could just pass over that place, and that was the major hurdle for very small cars. As for the bigger SUVs like the Toyota Land Cruiser and stuff, they were getting through, but we had this issue. And so last week they completed that culvert, and so the road is smooth. Now we have this issue with business people not going into Ivory Coast, because by this time of year, normally for the past 6 years, almost all of the basics from petroleum products to rice, oil, onions, maggi cubes, which we call chicken soup in
chicken soup
English,
or Vita.
Vita, and you just name it, everything, milk, eggs, sugar, came from the Ivory Coast, and I tell you that you have a few transport companies, with these very long trucks, which made quite a fortune, especially over the last 6 years, and because of the fact that at the Hopper Prolo crossing point, that's the biggest. They have a very huge ferry which could accommodate 4 very long trucks at that time. And so it's like people from parts of Grand Jide and the entire River G, the entire Grand Crew and parts of Sino, came over to buy the goods from the Ivory Coast, and so it was quite very lucrative for those truckers and also the Ivorians, who even at times, would start bluffing and putting all sorts of unnecessary bottlenecks. But as we speak, the border is basically dead. You don't have people going. Unless maybe you want to get some personal effect. The only major activity now is trucks from the Golden Safeguard, Golden Beryllium, MOPP, and the Kabbalah Rubber Company, which are exporting through that port of entry. And also you have the cane juice, which is produced around here. As you may be aware, the Maryland County produces very high quality cane juice. So those are the kinds of goods you see going into crossing over the river from Liberia. And maybe a few people getting these Ivorian drinks, which are not in Liberia, but unlike in the past, where you had everything coming over, times the Ivorians would stop a fleet of maybe 20 very long trucks, creating bottlenecks and all that. That's not happening anymore.
So the transportation remains the same.
Transportation.
Is there any increment? I mean, cross-cutting the southeastern or coming from Monrovia to Maryland?
About 3 weeks ago, there was a stark reduction in transportation from Harper and Cleveland to Monrovia. In the past, from Harper to Monrovia, you would pay something like $14,000, $13,000 $13,000. And that's 6 years ago. And then from Monrovia to Harper, it was usually more, nothing less than 18,000. And we started to see people going in these minibuses from Cleveland for 6,000. Unfortunately, because everyone is now using the land route, the highways, the guys in Monrovia have racked it up back to 15,000 Liberian dollars, and this is something that's not going down well. I was speaking to a businessman in Cleveland yesterday, and he says he's calling on the government to try to regulate the transportation fare, because from Monrovia to Cleveland used to be $18,000 to $20,000 per head, and now that the road is good, where you don't spend more than 18 hours, then why should it be 15,000 Liberian dollars? So that's one major issue that the government, central government, needs to look into, because that's going to help, alleviate the suffering of the people.
So is it possible? The last time you reported, you said keke can go as far. Can I come with my keke? Anybody that bringing keke from town? Because that's a new thing that has been introduced. We have our lawmakers who, keke. So everybody now, it's a very good business for those who are in the business of selling keke. That maybe they don't know, because we are going to start using keke. It's very good to see our lawmakers. So I want to bring one keke to Maryland, whether it's possible for me to reach as far as I can think.
The only thing you will have to worry about if you are driving a keke to Maryland would be whether the engine can withstand the long distance. But when it comes to pliability of the road, trust me, this is no exaggeration. I've seen, to my dismay, some comments and posts on Facebook where people posting old pictures from the WIA regime on social media and claiming that it's actually rotas. Those are all lies. I'm not exaggerating. You could come and see for yourself. There's absolutely no issue with a taxi coming here. The road is smooth. You won't even believe. It's just unbelievable, because back 6 years ago, it seems impossible. I remember reporting on this very platform when the Eugene Lango, in an ELDC interview, said that they don't want to keep grading the road, but they want to have the road paved And that sparked a whole lot of reaction from people in Maryland County who said, yes, it is good to have paved roads, but at the same time, you can't, that the government can't afford to pave all the roads at once, but they should make the dirt roads pliable. And that's what many people have been saying. And that was quite apparent. It was quite apparent that the last regime had no plans on making this road pliable.
Okay, lastly, I want to know the price of rice in Maryland.
Rice goes for 4,500 per 25 kilogram bag.
4,500. But the breast citizens complaining, is that the normal price?
Well, that's a slight increment in the price because we have the issue of the rate. I don't know the exchange rate in Monrovia, the street exchange rate, but for here you could get up to 104 Liberian dollars per US dollar. So I don't know the rate in Monrovia and the overhead cost of getting these supplies from Monrovia by truck, which we just talked about the issue of the Ministry of Transport coming in, to try to regulate. Uh, I believe that if the transportation cost is regulated based on the fact that the roads are not pliable by any vehicle, things might get a bit better down here. But I can tell you the price of gasoline has dropped by 200 Liberian dollars. Is now 1,000 Liberian dollars.
Okay, I was just about to go to rice, especially rice and gasoline.
Yes, so and it's available. Talk about the availability. Back in the day, 6 years ago, even if you had the 1,500 or sometimes 2,000 uh, Liberian dollars to buy a gallon, you won't see it. Uh, so, but now it's $1,000 and it's readily available all over the place. There's gasoline. There were times when people ran out of scratch cards for both companies because they couldn't get the um, cars, the cars down here to sell the scratch cards to subscribers. All of that now available. You have the frozen foods from these cold storages all available, and so that's quite welcoming. But the government, from all indications, really needs to look into the transportation aspect, the fares from Monrovia to Harper.
All right, Rashford, thanks so much. Thanks so kindly for always serving our country, informing us with happiness within the southeastern part of Liberia, and we really, really appreciate. Thanks for your service to country. Bless you. I
To coming for the meet. State of the nation.
Okay. All right, it's gonna be awesome. All right, Chief. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got you. I come in. Okay, so we take a flight to Margibi, where we have our Central Liberia analyst, Emmanuel Degler. Chief, how you doing this afternoon?
Magdalene doing good. I hope you're doing the same, and I hope Chris is also doing better.
Yes, I mean he's a little bit down, but he will be all good. You sound too energetic on the phone this afternoon. The last time we, the, oh, you need to say something to me. The day you say Cassidy, that means you got money. The last time we had you on the line, we were in Tuesday. You were talking about the weekend, so it's like things are really going on fine.
The way probably seems to be great. Thursday is considered an intro to the weekend. So when you have a good Thursday, and Saturday, the weekend will be good.
Wow. So my all right. So okay. So in persons charged and sent to court in relations to the violence at the Cellular Robot Corporation. Please give us more detail. Why were they sent to court? Why? I mean, they were. Um,
You may be aware that we reported quote unquote accusation from the workers of Cellular Work Corporation
okay.
of bad labor practice. And they were supposed to for a week,
Mm-hmm.
and the management and then negotiated for them to go back to work that they would look at some of the plans they were putting forth. But in the wake of that, they were demanding to be paid for the 5 days they were not working. And the company top management said they were not going to pay people who did not go to work. And they voluntarily sat down and they were not going to pay for that time. And that angered the workers and they protested on last Thursday. As a result, they set the company facilities ablaze. They looted the wells, and they set ablaze the company administrative office, the company's plantation manager house, and a car were burned. And as a result of this, normal activities came to stand still, and the company has shut down its operation. Imagine they shut down their health center and they shut down the school, and all activities of the company have been brought to standstill. And in the wake of that, there have been investigation into who mastermind. Of course, that they arrested 8 persons, and those 8 people have been charged and sent to court, and they have been remanded at the Kakata Central Prison. And what happened
Mm-hmm.
is, Magdalene, of these 8 persons in charge, 6 of them are workers and other people who we consider people who caused the riot, and 2 of those are union officials that the workers' union president, one Mary Wema and one Gobon, and Lawrence Gobon,
Mm-hmm.
both president and secretary general of the union. They also been charged as well for aiding and abetting and conspiracy. And yeah, so they've been charged. But with the 6 other persons,
Mm-hmm.
they've been charged for arson. They have been charged for arson,
Mm-hmm.
armed robbery, terroristic place, theft of property, and a lot more. And the 6 other persons, excluding the 2 union officials, I mean, those 6 people, and other people that directly connected to the riot will be arrested in the future. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, those people will be charged with a non-bailable offense. It means the 6 persons who are charged, along with the 2 union officials, the 6 persons are to stay in jail until they prove they're guilty or not guilty status in court, because charge of armed robbery,
Mm-hmm.
terroristic threat, so everything, charge for armed robbery, it means that it's not bailable. So they're going to stay in jail until they prove so whether they're guilty or not guilty. But with the 2 officials of the union who have been charged for aiding and abetting or whatever
Mm-hmm.
criminal conspiracy, these people might be subject to bail when they're loyal. filed within the requisite document, because according to the damage they put it at more than 200,000 United States dollar damage that will cost as a result of that riot.
2,000. Okay.
200,000. 200.
Okay.
Over 200,000.
Over 2 years.
According to the damage, yes.
So I'm looking at the pictures here in the chat room, and where are the occupants? Where were they? The occupants of this the home of the manager.
The manager is an Indian engineer. He's working here alone with the family, not here. So he was in the unit alone, unlike his security, his cook, and other people who come to work on a daily basis. So he didn't have his family there.
Okay.
So, he's an Indian engineer who is assigned here as an expatriate at the company.
Okay. Okay. So I mean, it's so disheartening. Is it that why is a spokesperson of the union?
The union is the union president, according to the official spokesperson.
Okay.
In all these things have been happening, the union have been tabulated. They are not being able to provide any further public information in relation to their negotiation with the management, anything or what the dissatisfaction the workers were expressing. So they are just being that way. The flow of information from the union to the public are not being vital. So this might have resulted into some of the things that happen along the way that they have to cause this violent protest. So you are not being able to provide any vital information to the public in relation to what's happening. So we didn't have much detail from the workers' union before the incident occurred. And what happened is there's something synonymous of all happening. The woman who is the workers' union president was the one who led the 2019 protest. Where you know about the April 1, 2019 protest that led to the burning of the biosphere code and the private properties and other things, other properties were vandalized and the police station as well were also burned. And vehicles that were parked in the police station were also burned. So with that, the security have been skeptical of what might have that father allegedly mastermind what happened, because she was the one who led the last protest in 2019 April, and now she's the current workers' union president, although she has said she had no take into what happened when the workers did. But the protests were going on that early morning, she had also gone to Monrovia. So the security were also holding her accountable that how would it be possible that protests going on as the workers' union president, and you were also left for Monrovia that early morning while the protests were going on behind her. So the security have been very skeptical.
Yeah.
Question how about her alleged involvement.
Okay.
There will be a serious humanitarian crisis in these various camps, because these camps are labor camps built in those plantations. People don't have anywhere to farm because it's a labor camp. These are labor camps built in the plantation, nowhere to farm, nowhere to do gardening. So they depend on the low salary and subsidy they get from the company in terms of food and other things. So with this situation now, all of those involved with the issue are escaped. And only the wives and children are there languaging in those plantation camps. And the severity of the hunger will probably increase in days to come, because they will have no other authority to get any meat or get the ends meet.
So how long the closure is going to go for? How long?
The company are communicated with the workers and send 60 copies of those
of the memo to the Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Agriculture, that when immediately effect they are shut down operation, and they will pay the end of service benefits to all workers. So even if they are paying end of service benefit to all workers, those who are the rioters, where would they show up to get the end of service benefit? Even if they're $10 to give to their family. So, and once they declare those plantation camp closed, the first thing they want to evict those who are living in those plantation houses. So if a household or one of those who are getting involved, he escapes. At the end of the day, the company might evict you from their premises. Where do you go with your children and all of this? So it's a serious thing. So the immediate effect shut down. Those the schools there are almost about to close, but they are not closed yet. They shut down the school. They only have facility in the major have facility providing services to the plantation. They are shutting down. So everyone living there seems to be you actually live on your own.
Anyway, it's actually a really sad one. But when the people were raising these issues about better working, conditions, what did the government? I mean, you have a lawmaker who represents over there. You have the senators. Also got lawmakers. What did they do? What did the Ministry of Labor do?
I don't know the immediate involvement of the lawmakers. And the first thing about it is the two of the lawmakers are former employees of that company. Senator Emmanuel Nukwe once worked as quality assurance manager for that company before he entered government. And Clarence, who is the current lawmaker of District Number 5, worked as a senior accountant before he entered the service of government. So it's been difficult to establish how their involvement with that has been. But I can tell you that according to what we gather, that the lawmaker, the union officials were meeting with the lawmaker the morning the protests were taking place.
You want to say that again?
I'm told that the union officials were meeting with the lawmaker the morning. The very morning, Thursday morning, last Thursday morning, the protest was taking place in Wiara. They were meeting with the lawmaker.
Meaning they were trying to sort out things?
I don't know what were the discussions, but I'm told that they went to have meeting with the lawmaker when this particular issue was occurring beyond them. During the last protest that led to the burning of the police station and other facilities, including the court, the lawmaker was present in Wiara.
You mean in 2019?
In 2019, according to the Clarence Garcia, he gave them markup and postal sheet money. He gave them money for markup and postal sheet and food so that they have a peaceful assembly or to tell the world, they tell the national government that they were disenchanted for the death of a commercial motorcyclist who were murdered. But unfortunately, this protest that was said to be peaceful thing about it. And 73 persons were charged in that particular situation. 73 persons were charged and sent to court. But according to the lawmaker, footed the insurance bill for those who were charged in that particular situation. But whatever happens today, up to date, that case did not go to court. So with the repeat of what happened to the Saah Rubber Corporation, it seems that people in that community are living with the culture of impunity. But the fact that there was a situation that occurred and nothing happened, and people who were involved today was scot-free.
That's why I want to come the culture of impunity, because the lady you talk about, who is I think the former head of the workers union, she's the current, and something happened. You mentioned April 1, 2019, another protest went violent.
Yeah.
She was it has been alleged that she led that protest. Was there any investigation? What was the outcome of the investigation?
They were investigated, they were charged and forwarded to court.
And at the end of the day,
what we gather, the lawmaker footed the bill, he filed the insurance bill to get those 73 people who were charged in that riot released. And since then, there have been no adjudication of that case.
And tell me why some of the properties that were destroyed in 2019.
In 2019, they burned the court, the Salah Robocop Convention Ministerial Court.
The police station.
Police station was also burned. Then the men who were accused or alleged during this commercial motorcyclists, the 4 horses were basically, including motorbike, were burned down. And the interesting part of it, 2 years later, they arrested one of the murderers of the motorcyclist, and the guy said they had no connection to Stephen Chopper, the man whose property was damaged as a result of being allegedly linked to the death of that motorcyclist. So one of those murderers were arrested, prosecuted, and convicted today. And he said he had no link. He had no link with Steve Chopper, the men who were accused and the properties were damaged. So it means that people probably formed that opinion and go against it, and that's how the property got damaged. And today, all of those 73 people who were charged today, they still live in those same community. And even some of those, according to the same group of people involved with the recent situation.
And Liberia, anyway. Well, I don't know. I hope Cam has been restored, right?
Yeah, restored, but yet it will be a very difficult thing for the people in those communities because many of them primarily depends on the Salah Corporation, either directly or indirectly, because for those who work more than 800 person who work in the plantation, when they get their salaries, the local economy will run. But now you have no other activity or such happening. So things gonna get tough along the way.
So how is the atmosphere in that part of the Margibi?
It's becoming something very scary. A lot of people who do investment here are getting very afraid because this is an environment where the jetty rubber, factory is being built. There will be a rubber processing plant. So with this kind of hostile environment, it becoming more worrisome for people who are investing, who are such investment in the kind of environment.
So the disaster management is reporting that Margibi is one of the counties affected by flooding. Have you visited counties that are all that were hit by flooding?
Communities. Recently, I've been actually the Joe Blue Town community. Is somewhere in Lower Margibi, close to the Roberts International Airport. And that have been consistent now for more than 5 years. Since 2016, almost 8 years now. Since 2016, there have been consistent flooding in Joe Town. And so communities in Kakata, for Kakata, there was some steps taken to dredge a creek that were always overflowing his bank. There were steps taken to dredge that creek, and at least they have minimized the effect of flooding in this part of the county. But for that part of the county, the Jubilata community, there have been consistent flooding that have impeded the flow of traffic for the airport. It caused people to lose their flight and other things once the flood gets severe. So I'm sure they will be only a light during this time again because once there will be only a torrential rainfall, it means that they have to find means to brace themselves for the effect of flooding in that part of the country.
Okay, Chief, it was wonderful having you on the line this afternoon. Thank you so much for service to Liberia.
All the best, Magdalene.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
My respect to all of our analysts of a State of the Nation, and not forgetting Truth FM correspondents all across the country. So happy birthday to the mother of the platform. Chief Chris said today is the mother's birthday. Mother Musu, I can't get in trouble. Joyce Musu Freeman, former Senator, Monserrado County. Happy birthday. We wish you good health and long life. Plenty money. Oh my, you say what money? Money sweet, oh. Don't get sick, oh. And I'm also seeing today is Chester Smith birthday. The CEO of Independent Pro. So coming up next is a youth conversation. I'm just waiting for the guys to come in. To the CEO of a Cheddar Construction Company, I'm feeding you right now. How you doing, Chief? Cheddar Construction Company. Get well, Christopher Kolubasia Sellee. And on Sunday, we will be at the Saah Bill Institute there in Birmingham County to celebrate the commencement convocation of an institution that is striving, they are striving to ensure that they provide quality education. To my colleagues over there, Sita Johnson, Steve Payu, and Kamara. You guys are exceptional. Very, very committed group of people at the Saah Bill Institute. And you know why? Women should be proud of people like you. Your institution should also be proud of people like you, committed. Not everyone is loyal. And to my little brother, Alpha Ba. How you doing? Speedy recovery to your mommy. I heard she's not faring too well. Melody Roberts will be with you on Sunday by the grace of God. Okay, so and you see my panelists, they're coming in late. Their people will not get a pay. Oh, I will owe y'all protest before I pay. Education is the key to success. So on Saturday, I will be at the I have a speaking engagement. I try to get the school's name, oh my people. So to Reverend Emmanuel M. Topa, principal of the Grace Christian Academy School System, I will be with you guys on Saturday to serve as a guest speaker for your closing program. It will be an awesome time being with you all on Saturday at the Grace Christian Academy. So on tomorrow, I will try to catalog all of the if the letters that I received and tell you that I will be available or not. I just received another one yesterday, and there is no date there, but I will try to remind you. I will try to place a call. So on Saturday, I will be at the Grace Christian Academy. On Sunday, we'll be in Bummy County. So that is it. They don't want to build schools anymore. They don't want to build hospitals. They are self-seeking, trying to get wealth at the detriment of the people. Who are they? So I listened to the education minister, madam. I salute you this afternoon and thanks so much for highlighting the issue of our voluntary teachers. That's one of my advocacies there, and I feel that we are getting there gradually. You cannot ride a whirling horse to death. You can't. I mean, somebody is already whirling, then you can there can be no intervention. Thanks so much. I listened to it. I asked the boys, they played the voice of the minister, highlighting the issue of voluntary teachers across the country. Those that she said they're going to be vetting. And the last time I followed a team to do assessment, we were doing training and all, education related stuff. We were in few counties, like 8 counties. And I heard, I interview principals, I interview teachers. Some of them, confided in me. You can't be voluntary teachers for 5, 6, 7 years. You can't. It's not. They too got families. They too got families. And I was saying it yesterday, but I never had sufficient time. I don't even have sufficient time now because our panelists are already here. But let me just say this. We do have professional people. They are professional teachers in Liberia. I will tell you this. But most of them are in different areas, are in different sectors. Reason, they may not be able to sacrifice to go in some of these areas to go and live there. Yes. They may not be, they are not just able to do it. It only takes a heart, someone who have reached, acquired that knowledge to go in the remote areas to go and educate. And because of that, you find the voluntary teachers, trying to fill in those areas. I have not really done it across stats across the country, right? But the little one that I interviewed people, I think it was like 3 years ago. And if people be say I've been volunteering for 3-4 years, all that time, I mean, the Ministry of Education can provide training for these people. If somebody is passionate, yes, they got some people who they do not just belong in a classroom. Yes, because if you are there, the kids will be affected on a serious note. That's for sure. But we can also see whether they have the passion. They can be somewhere the ministry is building their capacity and ensuring that they improve over the people. There are some people, I mean, they are quick to learn and they are willing to learn. So I hats off to you. I want to say thank you so much. The last time I posted on my Facebook page, I said voluntary teachers got blood. They got families. You cannot ride a willing horse to death. The last interview we hired with Senator Taylor before he could take his seat from Cape Mount, I told him, I think that was like 2 years ago, when the election, I think 2020, right? I told him, I said, I call him teacher now. I said, Senator, the last time I was in your county, I've gathered information. I did interview over there. And I heard what the teachers told me. It is heartbreaking. Chief, please highlight the issues of voluntary teachers. Because education remains the bedrock of every society. Education is very, very important. Very, very important. And before I go to the panelists, right? I know they will get very, but let me just say this. I went around the embassy, U.S. embassy yesterday. Whenever I go around there, I feel good. When I enter, I can also feel good. Yes, what I want to say. You find the embassy, the U.S. embassy, very clean, neat and everything. But just after you leave the U.S. embassy, going across, you will see dirt all over the garbage and everything. It's just mindset. We don't have system in this country. And you see, you will not tell me, say we don't have Liberians working in there. Some of you travel, you go other countries, you spend most of your time in other countries and you enjoy yourself and you have seen a lot. But when you come here, everything is just different. You behave different. And you say, the Liberian way. The Liberian way. I was studying Daniel Sony, one of our students from the school who just graduated. I said, Daniel, something is wrong with their country. Their country here, something is wrong with their country. Why is it? Why can't we ensure that our streets are also clean the way the other people areas are? But when you get outside of the embassy, you will see garbage parking right over there. You will see, down the street, and you guys know what I'm talking about. You don't have to pretend yet. You all know what I'm talking about. The issue of education is very, very important, especially primary education. That's the foundation. And if it is not built properly, there's going to be serious problems. And there are so many problems that we are facing because of a lack of proper or strong foundation. So I want to say thank you, madam. Thanks for highlighting the issue of voluntary teachers. And we need our teachers, the welfare of teachers. We need the welfare of teachers. We want we want them to be well taken care of. We know it's not possible 100% for you to do everything 100%. The government will do everything 100%. No, but we want for the efforts to be applied, because the other profession, teachers are making them. So I rest my case, and I want to welcome. All the guys are on today, my people. Yeah, because y'all on mute now. Y'all on mute. Y'all be on mute. Hello. Yeah, hello. Where is George?
Hi.
Hello.
You want to test your mic again, George? I'm seeing George. Tag me. I'm seeing Alex. I'm not seeing Derek. Darren, you lost again. Okay. So here we are today. You guys are welcome. And this is a youth conversation. It's not limited or restricted to only young people. We have experts that have been coming on even before we launch it on the radio. We had experts that we invited and we were on doing a TV program. Yes, I remember calling on Lawrence Zelu have been, like almost twice. The CEO of For Life Zoo, yes, he been one of our guests and talking how we can invest in the young people and make them and their skills. And he's one of the president. I don't know why I just forget about his name for Life CEO, and he one of those who is actually contributing to the development of young people in Liberia. And we've had guests from diverse backgrounds and giving their input. So I mean, it's open up to all of us. I mean, all of us, all ages and you know profession to form part of us. You just remain where you are. You don't have to. All of our guests here today, they are all online. We have George Tegman from Germany. We have Ellis Conan from Pinsville. We have Derek, who is a professor at the courses. Dennis. We have the other women from Netherlands that are going to be on today. And you can join us from the US. You can join us from everywhere. Okay, so some people will be fine today because they try to disturb us. So yes, just introduce yourself. Let's get the ball rolling. Yeah,
Okay,
Koki.
so my name is Ellis S. Conan,
Okay.
chairperson for the
Chairperson
Intelligent
for the
Class of
Intelligent Class of Principal
and CEO and
and
founder of
CEO
the
and founder of the
Conan's Educational
Educational
Foundation.
Foundation.
It's indeed an
It's
honor
indeed an
being
honor being
on this
on
conversation
this
this
conversation this
afternoon,
afternoon,
and I want
and
to
I
appreciate
want
all
to
of our
appreciate all
listening
of our
audience
listening audience
for coming
for coming
on to listen
on
to
to listen to
us.
us.
And this
And
show,
this
I want to
show,
let
I
you know
want to
that
let
it's
you know
not
that it's not
just us,
just
the
us, the
panelists.
panelists.
It's about
It's
you.
about you.
It's about the
It's
youth.
about the youth.
It's about the
It's about
elders.
us.
It's about all of
About
us
all
as
of
citizens
us
of
as citizens
Liberia,
of
and
Liberia and
even
even
those in the
those in
diaspora
the
that will
diaspora that
viewing via
are
Via TV.
via TV.
It is an
It is
honor.
an
Let's
honor.
do
Let's
it together.
do it
Let's share
together. Let's share
everything. Let's talk
everything. Let's talk about it.
let's share all of our
Let's share all of our
experience
experience
and then move
and
on.
then move on.
But the
All
echo,
But
the
right.
echo too
the
much.
echo too much.
The echo, right? Okay,
Yeah.
we'll work on it. Okay, I'm trying to work on it. Okay. Yes, the next person.
George.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
So George,
everyone.
you keeping everybody there. I mean everybody listening, you keeping them in suspense. You can't say something.
I think we gotta
I
start
think we gotta
flying
start
now.
flying now.
Mommy, ready enjoying Germany. Oh, mommy see a scheme color back. Go.
Look out for that. That
Probably
big
that
game. Don't go
big
for
event. Don't
come on,
go
no, yeah,
come
big
on,
game.
no, don't go big.
Yeah, but see your background back. Yeah. Mommy, you enjoy you.
Yeah, nothing here.
Yeah, nothing here.
Nothing here.
Nothing here.
All right, can I go there? Alex, is there nothing there?
So yeah. So my
So
name is
yeah.
Josh
So my
S.
name is Josh
Tengbe.
S. Tengbe.
I'm a
I'm
activist
a activist
for
for
good
good
governance
governance
with
with
specific emphasis on water sanitation hygiene and labor policies, workers' rights, and human rights. Uh, yeah, I'm one of the panelists of the youth conversation, and currently I'm joining from Germany. And it's good to be here and to participate for the growth of our youth population and society at large. It's good having me, Magdalene.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and welcome back, Chief.
Yeah, I was here last time. I mean, you were not here. You were busy.
And I'm here today, and two of us here.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
boss lady, I say, how are we going? You muted.
Yeah, I think she's talking for her.
I
We are
say
not hearing her.
if I tell you how much we going, you'll be in problem. Yeah. So today we will be looking at employment. Continue the conversation from last week. Yeah, very good. If you're not speaking, just mute yourself. So we'll be looking continuing the discussion from last week. Those of you who follow last week, we're continuing the discussion on employment and career challenges. Employment and career challenges. So that's our topic for today. And we have Derek, who is a professor. Yeah, he will be joining us. So we can talk about to give his expertise on employment and career challenges. Right now, I don't know because I do not have a stats right now to tell you there's a number of youth not they are unemployed. Maybe you can say from the past data we've received, I can say 60 to 65% of our the youthful population, is unemployed. I stand to be corrected. Yes, I stand to be corrected. If it is more or less, you just tell me. But that is it, and it's a very serious challenge. Last week we said it. The young people, most of them are not working. Because of that, they are dependable. They are depending, and sometimes they are abused by politicians. That's just a fact. They are abused because they do not have opportunities. They're lacking opportunities. Yes, they do not have opportunities. So because of that, they have been used by politicians, meaning they carry on rallies, they do this campaign stuff, and it is not bad to support a politician. I know a lot of politicians. I'm friends with them. We interact and stuff like that. But the issue here is that we need the youthful population to be empowered. We need them to go to school. We need them to prepare for the future. And if you do that, you will have a vibrant society because the population, our population, according to the last controversial census, 70% of our population comprises of the young people. So if you invest in the young people, if you equip them for the future and make them to start running up and down around here, then you will have a very bright future. But if we just sideline them and just use them and say, okay, yeah, but let them be. It's a serious threat to our society because they are in numbers. They are in numbers. So when it comes to, I'm just setting the basis because I know you guys, I know what just to keep bringing up to speed what we were discussing last week. The issue of career challenges is a very serious thing. Some people, they don't know what they want to do. They come from high school, they don't know what they want to do in life. Yes, and the issue of also job opportunities, we advocating to give the people, the young people opportunity to work and stuff like that. But how many of them are prepared? How many of them are willing to learn? Two, how many of them will want to accept correction? How many of them are going out there to seek opportunities to say, okay, can I be a volunteer? Volunteerism is important because it adds up to you. What you learn today remains for you forever. You see that very big building that is over there. What the people are doing, you are aware of what they are doing. For example, you want to be a doctor. And when someone to speak, the young guy said he want to be a chef. And or chef, right? So I told him, I said, okay, but then find a very good co shop, because I don't say restaurant. Let's start from there. Start going there and be happy doing one or two things, and little by little, you want to be a nurse, go somewhere in the pharmacy, the clinic, ask the people whether you can be helping them, be sweeping, be asking this, and be helping, and you be humble in doing it. So let me stop here for now and turn it over to you guys. We will be talking about challenges. We'll be talking about prospects. We'll be talking about the government's intervention, for the young people. We cannot just say, oh, the government has not been doing anything. No, they have actually been trying, but we need them to do it more. And that's why we have this platform with so many intellectuals coming on to identify problems and recommend solutions to national government and development partners. So the floor is all yours. Let me start with the professor, Mr. Derek Dennis. Sir, how are you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the media
the
woman.
media woman.
I'm doing fine.
If you get any feedback, just tell me. And do you have
Yes, I'm
feedback?
getting
Yes,
the
I'm
feedback.
getting the feedback. Okay, I'll mute myself.
All right. All right. Okay. I think it's clear now. Yes. Like I said, thank you, media. Our media woman. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just sitting, listening to you. You're passionate about this discussion. This country, Liberia, uh, 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 is something. It's something to admire. It's something to applaud. But I mean, well, we thank God. It's a privilege being on the platform again this afternoon or this evening, I should say. My name is Derek Dennis, and it's an honor to be on the youth conversation on this Thursday edition. Thank you.
Okay, so
Hello.
yeah, so with the issue
No,
of
no, Alex, let me hold you right there. Let Derek, same we started with him. Let he just make a contribution towards the topic on the discussion. Or how he sees
Okay.
the empowerment and career challenges. You can speak to any one of them.
All right.
All
So
right.
thank you
So
very
thank
much.
you very much.
I thought
I
it's on
thought
the phone. I think I'm getting
I think I'm
feedback.
getting feedback. I'll mute myself.
All right. Just this issue of youth empowerment, unemployment, career opportunities, and so forth is a serious issue for discussion. And I want to say that unempowerment begins or unemployment begins the very day when our children started school and no one was there to guide them as to what path to take that they could become successful tomorrow. The standard of our education system is such that children go to school, they will have to learn from ABC up to 12th grade, and then someone will have to leave from 12th grade to go to the university. They spend another 4 years just to get bachelor degree, and then someone will leave from there and then go to another program, spend 1.5 to 2 years just to get master degree. So the education system itself, the way it's being structured, it is also causing this issue of unemployment, because if you just graduate from high school with that diploma in your academic sojourn, you are not eligible for employment. So there's a need for us to mix up this academic diploma with skills. We need to blend it, like in the case of BWR, the way the guys structure their curriculum is such that while you are in school, you are doing other electricity, you are doing plumbing, you are doing this, you are doing this, or you are doing that. So when you should have graduated from high school, you are graduating with diploma, and also you are graduating with certificate in a skill area. So after high school, you are able to do a plumbing job, you're able to do electricity job or electronic stuff until you can push yourself forward in life. So unemployment is really rooted to the kind of way our system of education is being tailored. The second issue, as I move forward and give space to other speakers, the second issue is that career opportunities. And the school system, again, I would like to speak to the school system. The school system needs to work with students when they are in school so that they are able to spark up what area is this child really desirous of going. So our admission form should not just be about your first name, your last name, your religion, and your contact number. The admission form should also be able, it should be able to capture what is it that this child is thinking, what is it that this parent has seen in the child that the child is thinking about doing in life. So when those provisions are made for career choices, of course, now we can move to speaking to career opportunities. But I think the school system needs to do more when it comes to that.
Alex, Alex,
Oh,
Alex. Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So I will start with career development first. You know, career development, I believe, should start from the school. And a lot of our young folks, even the elderly ones now, if you observe in the past, when they were in high school, you will hear them say, "Oh, I want to be a medical doctor. I want to be a scientist. I want to be a pilot." But as they graduate from high school, the entire dream, that vision of becoming a pilot, that vision of becoming a doctor, that vision of becoming a nurse, everything just went away, and you will see them doing different things, going different way in life. So what I think the school administration should do is to start sparking the thought of the young folks and recommending to their parents, because the teachers deal with the student on a daily basis. They know what subject the student doing well in, and they know their deficiency in most of those subjects in the school. So based on some of those recommendations, the parent can use it and better guide them to move on. Now to the parents, they need to observe the children movement, their activity home. You see at time when the children come from school, they playing. Why you see them playing with, why you see their attention going to, you need to spark it and start from there, start to push them to develop on whatever they're doing from that angle. Now, a lot of our young folks are not willing to even get themselves technically prepared before even going to universities. To all of you, my panelists here, it will interest you to know when we're contesting, when as I have this foundation, the Corners Educational Foundation, I was founded since 2017. And since the formation of this institution, we have been impacting a lot of young people through technical vocational training. During the heat of 2023 election, when I was in the race contesting, we have a lot of people trooping in to come and get technical vocational training. Magdalene, as I speak to you now, the program is still running. We still running this program. Form up, recruitment is in progress. But to see young people in now to come and go for this opportunity that is at their doorstep, it is one way or the other difficult. They are not coming up for to go for it. So how will you get opportunity to explore when you are not making use of the opportunity before you to learn certain skill that you can use for employment? Now, some part of 2011, 2012, a lot of young folks gathered at Vamuma, I remember by then, protesting that the country will have Madam Sellee was not doing well for the country, And one morning, Madam Sellee was going to work. She parked there and called the head of the group. What is it that you're protesting for? They say the country has Liberia people, no job, everybody's suffering, no job, no job. So he asked the head of the group, you that standing here now, what are you capable of doing that job for now for you to do? He ended up saying, I can do anything. I can do anything. You give me anything and I can do it. That anything you're going to do, you need to have a specified career. You need to build yourself up for the future. For the future. So for to all the young people, you got to make use of opportunity. The people that are around that provide opportunity for you, come out, explore, go for it, and make use of it. Yeah. So the young people themselves need to prepare themselves before.
Yeah. So opportunities will definitely go to opportunities are there for those who have prepared themselves. Like Alex has a vocational school institution. You listen to him, and during the elections, I mean, too many opportunities were given. And I don't know whether they want to be, attending now. Elections are over, and they are reneging to go to school to empower themselves, And then now tomorrow you want to be blaming people. Yeah, you are depriving self investment. You do not want to invest in yourself now, but in the future you'll be blaming people. You won't be blaming the other person. You won't be blaming the other person. You have opportunity. If you got opportunities, make use of it. If you do not have, that's why we are here to advocate for more opportunities, so you can be able to benefit. So we will go to Alex and Derek. If you have question, you can ask Alex. You can also contribute. You don't be cooking while you're on the show. You can be, yeah. Look, you. How you call it? Josh is drinking. Somebody cooking. I'm not satisfied with Alex. It's like he's cooking something because every time you just put a camera off and you can't even see nothing behind it. But let's go back. Let's go back to Germany and take our labor expert, labor and wash expert, Josh.
Magdalene, are you muted?
I'm trying.
Perfect. Thank you. So the conversation is good. So a little bit of history. Let's go back a little bit to 2004. At that time, it was when Liberia just emerged from the Civil War, and then at that time, due to the United Nations presence, ECOWAS, EU, everyone, we had an increase in youth unemployment. We had a rate of 3.29. And then because I think it was because many Liberians youth at that time were, getting money from the United Nations and some of these organizations to go do some stuff in business or something, because it was all part of the reintegration DDR process. As of 2022, we had a little drop and decline at 2.29. But 2023 now, according to the IMF, we have a decline furthermore of 2.13%. So youth unemployment has further declined to 2.13%. Now, like we discussed on the show last week, Magdalene, we were talking about those avenues that that government could create, could look into, and see how best they can improve. Now, one of those aspects, and I will a little bit not go against what my colleagues have said, but to support it, but a little bit inject on it. Like if you see Europe, the reason why the West is so super powerful is because at the age of 13, 14, 15, at most 15, at the age of 15 upward, they consider you to be someone who should be part of the working class. They don't care whether you're in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. they believe that you should be part of the working class. It means you can do some jobs, but there are some limits. And those limits will be based on the kind of weight you have to lift. And there are different kinds of laws and policies that the lawmakers make to support these things. Even though you will not make the same money that a person who is lifting up 15 kg can make, because you are not part of the skillful, or one would say skilled working class. But as you reach that period where you have finished your high school year in the West, you are automatically part of the working class, because they believe you have gained so many skills. Unlike our countries and many low income countries, not just Liberia, but many low income countries that have not reached that level, because our high school system are not our curriculum. And today I want to applaud you when you were calling on the Ministry of Education to try to see how best they can have some reform in their educational program, mostly for high school students. Because last competition we were having, I was trying to talk about if we can start to improve the curriculum by, by injecting some programs that one can do immediately after high school to get job. Because when you are out of high school, you should be part of the working class. That is the reason why country like Nigeria have the NYSC program. That is why country like Ghana, they have a youth vocational programs training, where the government, through a public-private partnership, links with high schools, links with university, links with other government ministries, so that their students coming out of high school can get vocational jobs, voluntary jobs, and the same things apply to Europe. So these are systems that, like I always say, I believe can be injected into our education system. But mind you, our economy is very small. It's not large like these people, but I think it also put us in a better place where we can improve it and make it better. So I think everything, again, like I said previously, lies within the power of the policymakers. And who are these policymakers? Our politicians. So they need to see how best they can readjust the curriculum, that I can go to high school. Yes, I'm going to high school, but I can still be learning skills that when I leave from the school, I'm going home, I'm going to open my mechanic shop. Maybe at Don Bosco, the Polytechnical High School. Maybe I'm learning the uh, electrical engineering. Then at my house, at that time I'm in 10th grade. At my house, I have my own small shop where I can be able to get, some little money to start practicing or practicalizing what I'm learning. All of these things are possible, and those things creates employment straight up for you. Now you don't need to wait for after high school to go to BODTC, to go to those other TVET program. You can start doing it immediately, but it all starts from the policymakers. If they are willing to revamp our policy, we need a reform. That is the issue. Without this reform, it's very, very difficult to get, like you were just talking about, volunteerism. Teachers to volunteer. You think teachers are just willing to volunteer, Madeline? Teachers are willing to volunteer under some conditions. If I'm volunteering and you are not providing subsidies to me, for me, you think I will want to volunteer? It's like you, Truth FM, hire me to be a consultant. You say I'm your consultant, and then I'm going to other county. You want me to go to Lofa to provide consultancy for you. I should go to Nimba, to other counties. But guess what? You say you will only pay me $250 US dollar. And my calculations based on transportation and food and lodging from Monrovia to Lofa County and Nimba, if I put everything, is almost $300. You really think I'm going to be motivated, Magdalene, to come join Truth FM as a consultant? Hell no. So these are
These
some
are
of
some
the
I'm
issues
begging
that we
you,
have that we are
don't
talking
you
about
tell me,
now.
don't you choose everywhere example. Please take your example. You carry different place. All right, but I want to recognize that Benjamin Way president of La Crose's College of Education. Sir, it's good to have you on this afternoon.
Am I getting through? Is it? Am I through?
Yes, sir. So I think you've been following our topic on the discussion is empowerment and career challenges. What are your thoughts?
So I'm glad that I came through, and I will just be through briefly because I'm just from work. Let me say good afternoon to your panelists. I have followed, and I'm happy that young people across the world in Liberia have so much brilliant solutions towards the issue of unemployment. I was much more intrigued by Mr. Derek Dennis' analysis regarding how our society fuel unemployment from the very inception of schooling. We know that education is defined as permanent change in behavior. And you can only know that a person is educated when their behavior change, when they are able to contribute positively to society. And some of those contributions come through the work we do, how we are able to change our family's life, change our parents' life, become better than what our parents were. The educational system is not leading to that, then we need to look at the system and see how a child entering kindergarten, when their parent is delivering them to a school, they are technically saying, my child's brain is empty. I'm coming for him 16 years from now. When I come for him, I want you to put something in here that will make him meaningful to society. They are also saying, this my child heart. Naturally, the heart of a man, they say, is evil. We want you, your school, to transform this heart into something that will mean well for society, something with passion. They're also saying this child's hands are empty. We want you to give this child something in his hands that he can manipulate to do something for his family, his life, and society. So the three things parents entrust a school with in every part of the world is the heart, the hands, and the head. Unfortunately, in our system, we are focused on the head so much that the hands and the hearts are left away. So the affective domain and the psychomotor domain are usually not the focus of Liberia education system. So we produce smart people who speak good English, but they are very corrupt. We produce smart people who speak good English, but they don't know that when they drop a die on the street, they are dirtying the street. You know, so I'm getting a feedback.
Are you? Let me mute. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So we technically just produce people smart, and you've been seeing some of them in previous government before. When you hear them on the radio, you kiss them, but see what they do in the background. So the heart is off, the hands are off. So Derek is right about how we have to retweak our education system. But my point here is, and that's my contribution I want to make as I take leave of you. We are not focused on how unemployment is inherited. Is inherited from parents, and there is something we call the inheritability of occupations. So you agree with me that it is most likely for children to become what their parents were. Research has shown that there is this intergenerational or occupational inheritance that occur between children and parents, because children are usually exposed to the work their parents do at an early age. Children are exposed to the network their parents are in at an early age. And so it is most likely for children to follow the path of either their mother or father due to the early exposure. Now, what happens in the case of Liberia is what our children are inheriting is unemployment and poverty. Because over the years, we have a generation of young people who are skillless and jobless, and they are having children. What do these children see? The children see poverty. The children see joblessness. So the children are left with no alternative, nothing to figure out what they want to become. I agree that schools can beef up their career path. their career counseling, their career guidance. But until we can see that the young people have something to do with their hands, we have the industry open that people can go to work, whether it's the cleaning up, whether it's the packing of biscuits into cartons, whatever it is that can give a parent dignity in labor. For the daddy to say, I am coming from work, and son, this is what I do. I do it legitimately. I'm a farmer, and I go to farm. This is what I do. When I do the sales, this is how we eat. Then the children will get to know the dignity of labor. It's not about whether the parents are working in offices or in white collar job. It's just a matter that daddy is working. He's not stealing anybody money, and he's providing for his family, and he can afford the standard of school his children are going to. So we need to focus on the young people getting the private sector effective so that they can get dignity in labor. Let's get rid of all these free things that people think that when you give young people free things, then it's sustainable. The dignity of the average Liberian, they want to work. They want to see their children working and not to give them free things all around. So we need to focus on ending this poverty inheritance, this unemployment inheritance where children see their parents unemployed. There's a likelihood for them to become unemployed because at an early age, what they see from their parents is what they will likely go through, and because they see nothing to learn, they end up on the street. So this intergenerational exchange of occupation is being infiltrated by unemployment. In as much as I conclude, in as much as children can inherit their parents being farmers, children can inherit their parents being teachers. You, Magdalene, you became a teacher because your mother is a teacher. There is this 100% likelihood. So if you have 60% of the young people not in any employment, rest assured, the schools will try, the education system will try, but if the parents are doing nothing at home, the children will be exposed to unemployment, and to get that out, it will become very difficult. Thank you for allowing me to be on the.
Dad, you're not ready to go, yo. We got you here for the next few minutes. I mean, you just became our special guest right now, and we are glad to have you and all of our panelists on behalf of our panelists. So we will open for question. Maybe if they have question they want to ask you anything or contribute to what you said, George, Alex, and Derek. Of course, you're one of your employees. Yeah. So I don't know if you have anything to say, George. Alex, you want to contribute? You
Yeah,
want to
right.
add up
Yeah,
your
right.
facts? Yeah, please.
I don't have a question. I have a comment. I listened to the. I think he is a professor or a doctor, right? Yeah, right. So I
The,
did
the
listen.
president of La Courses, the president of La Courses College of Education. You don't know about La Courses?
Of course, I
The
know about
teachers
La
college?
Course.
That's a president over there.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question. The question was whether he holds the title of a professor or a doctor. In a way, that's fine. Um, so I listened to his expose, and it's good. I love your ideas, and is it means that you have been instilling good doctrines in what the students. However, my comment is when you talk about inherited wealth. Um, I think inherited wealth because listening to you, I think you were uh, putting it into our own Liberian society using the maybe negative aspect. It could also means positive. Take for an example. Now, you lay some emphasis that inherited wealth could also improve or make someone to feel you can do better or not. But the thing is, how about the society? How about the choices these children make? How about the substantial amount of pressure that they allow themselves to get involved with from society? So it could be possible that my father could be a farmer. My father could be someone that goes to the farm every morning. But then
given how much impact positively I have had by pairing with sound-minded people that bring about positive change, I can improve my father's status and my status. I mean, using my status and doing better. So that is a positive side. So the negative side could be also positive, where I see that my parents I poor and that they are eating from the streets, but then also I'm trying to see how best I can improve myself through education and then doing better to change the status quo. So I was just trying to talk about it being both positive and negative. So inherited wealth could mean positive from a negative
Yeah,
standpoint
yeah.
and could also mean negative from a
Okay,
positive standpoint.
okay, Magdalene. Let me just chip in maybe in the next 1 minute or so. Uh, Hello, Magdalene. Hello.
You are live. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
You are
go
live.
ahead. You're right.
Yeah, please go
Okay.
on, go on.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. If we followed the president carefully, something the president said that is very much important, and I want us to underscore it. Children are motivated. That's the word I want us to underscore. Motivated based on what they see their parents doing. Children are likely not to do well based on what they see their parents doing. Take for example, if a child happen to grow up in a home, everything about that home is all about laziness. There is no drive, no enthusiasm, there is no zest for success, for career development, for concern or focus or being resolute about the future. There is a possibility that that child might likely not become someone good in life, except it takes the grace of God. So what the president said is true. Many children, they always want to be like their fathers. If you listen to children carefully, they say, when I grow up, I would like to be like my dad. Why are they having that desire? Because there is something that they have seen in their dad that is a strong motivation. I have listened to several, successful people around the world who said that my father was a great inspiration to me, and this person was a great inspiration. So that issue about the home, there must be a serious concern or focus placed in the home when it comes to career development. That is the beginning stage, because there where the child is born, there where the child is reared up. The school has her own part to play, but the home must initiate that career path, development. Take for example, Alice is on the show, Josh is on the show, Madani is on the show, that way is on the show. I am on the show. All of us, we have our children. Are we focusing on them about particular skills, about particular this? Are we thinking about the future? I think this is something that every parent should be thinking about. So I would like to agree strongly with the president, because when I take my child to school, it becomes my responsibility to check on my child to ensure that the school is giving my child what I so desire, that the child will become somebody in life. So the issue about society, that is the end product. Because if the home did not succeed, if the school did not succeed, what can the society give the child? It is the other way around. It is the child who should be giving to society. Madani is giving to society. Society is not doing much for Madani now. Madani is doing much for society. It's because the home and the school have instilled something substantial in here. So I just wanted
Hello.
to make emphasis on that.
Make emphasis on that.
All right, so that's it. Things that you want to say something, we're about to take calls, and please,
Yes.
we don't know your schedule. You are very busy, but we'll be sending you an invite to come and give your expertise on the youth conversation.
Yes, one of
Yes,
your
one of
panelists
your
also
panelists.
mentioned what yes, I have an earned doctorate in education. If you Google Benjamin Way, you'll see several articles strictly into education, and I run the largest teacher training college in Liberia. So I don't know where you came from with the issue of wealth. I didn't mention wealth. I said inherited
Inherited
unemployment,
unemployment.
Unemployment
inherited
poverty.
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 Yeah.
You know,
You know,
and that is
and
that is
that is
so. The analogy I was drawing was, if your parents are employed, gainfully employed, you are likely to follow the examples of your parents or more so, you are exposed to their employment and their way of living and their networks at an early age, which it makes it easier for you to join their profession. If your father is a mechanic, as a little child, he will take you to the mechanic shop. You see a lot of mechanics. Even if you don't want to become mechanic, you have mechanic small boy friends. So those networks are likely to make you to easily flow in becoming like your father. So my proposition was, because of the huge unemployment in Liberia created by the Civil War, jobless young people having babies without a career path, and no private sector to employ young people to have value for their labor, they are home with no sense of direction. So they are producing children with no sense of direction. So until society too can be able to help these young people to do some not white collar job, everything in the West and where you people who are cleaning people, old people, they didn't go to school, people who are going to the industry and packing biscuit cartons and juice cartons, they didn't go to school. The private sector and industry must come to this country, and the young people who did not achieve academically can do something with their hands so that they have the dignity of labor. That was my
Yeah.
I just thought to make that point.
Okay. Yes. Myself wanted to, make the correction. Thank God you didn't go. You were here to make some clarity. That's it. And thanks to every one of you for your wonderful contribution. Thanks to that Benjamin Way, especially president of the La College of Education. Our very special guests on the show this afternoon with our panelists, George Tegmer there in Germany, Alex Kona here in Pinsville, here with me, somewhere in Pinsville, and Derek Dennis somewhere around. But we did not have the two young ladies from Germany today. But it's always good to have you on that, and please, we will always send you invite. People are asking me, say, Magdalene, please take calls. So now, please in your call to just 1 minute, stay away from your monitor. Yes, stay away from your monitor. Stay away from your monitor. 0777285961. I'll take the first caller. Hello.
Okay, this is Chris Mama Madeline. Thank you very much. Dad. You're getting me well, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then thank you. Thanks for your student guest. And then let me just say this. We're talking to the young people in their separation. They don't have to be like something like why your friend trying to choose after you are graduated from high school that you choose. To select those things that you make high grade and that you are good at.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, those are the to one make sure the challenges that just like our people in their specialty. This issue of payment is one thing that we have to talk about because people don't have to just go in. Like I'm an educator, I've been teaching for quite a long time. You're on something like the supplement for teachers that the civil service and then the increment in salary. So let people be encouraging that we so they can be passionate, like some of who are serious passionate to do our work.
Okay.
And talk a lot on the main things, like the main idea in my employee 1 year. She's thinking now, 1 year old child, she's thinking.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris Momo. Yes. Okay, sir. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. 1 minute, please.
Yeah, since my name is Sin and Dixon, and I'm from District 2. And let me remind you before I go to the point that Saturday is the graduation program, so please get it prepared for 10 hours.
This Saturday?
Yeah, next Saturday.
Yeah, I'm aware. July 13th. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And let me say thank you to the panelists. And you see that Benjamin where he spoke on a very and stretched on an important point that has to do with inheritance. But since Magdalene, you will be in a home like you see your dad be for you. Even in Africa, they want to become, they don't know what to become because they don't see their parents doing anything that will make them motivated. Not only the school itself, but imagine Magdalene as a teacher, right? I'm sitting in this room. Imagine if I get on assignment or early have a chance to the children.
Sure.
Because so they put everybody going to hustle. So it becomes something for society. And we as educated people, we also need to try to in.
Okay.
But not only our children. What is the place of participation when a child goes from high school, that child will be able to go to learn something.
Okay.
So that's a wonderful influence of this country farmer.
Okay. All right, Sam Dixon. See you on the 13th of July. I say February. Hello.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to you. My name is Ibrahim Sakama calling from
Okay.
thank you for the opportunity. Madeline, any society without option is bound to fail. Our society does not have. Discussing this topic on in the context of Nigeria, having the teenagers that are having children with single mother. So in that, if you place Nigeria in that context, which it belongs to, of course, meaning parents in a majority, those in a majority that help. In a majority will come in the whole homes. Majority of them get over help. Now, what is best is schools should put in place programs, professional career programs, counseling programs, guidance programs that will help the kids to understand that there is a future in life to live. It's something you need to do to be useful in your community, in your society, in your family. Now, I even tell our career program, I think you can say this to some of the things that you saw.
Okay.
Some of the programs that we are doing. In fact, we have a brochure that we presented to you.
Okay.
We are this thing should be done by professional career counselors.
Yeah.
To make sure that they understand of the issue is done with is something that we can institutionalize.
Okay.
And it will help in all of the schools, not only government schools, but even private schools. So if you check on our brochure, you will see something that we propose to
All right, Mr. Sakama.
a vocational school. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Chief. I wish you had enough time. We'll talk. We'll give you time, to bring at least 2-3 administrators to talk about your schools here. Yeah. Yeah. So I will announce that subsequently and give you the time to talk about your school and tell us why are you affording the children. So we'll ask you some of the questions. What are the places learning environment conducive for that matter? So yes, we are out of time. I'll just let me squeeze in this last caller, and then we'll go back to last caller. Hello.
Hello, Madeline.
Yes, sir.
My name is Solomon. I come from community.
Okay.
Let me explain myself here to Hawaii. So Hawaii is listening to me. I am vice president for Lapusan, Taiwan, Magdalene County, and suddenly I'm going to your name. I'm ready to engage society on Nigeria.
Okay.
Madeline, let me tell you this. I'm thinking to you as a student. I'm not thinking to you as a teacher, but I'm thinking to you as a teacher scientist. You don't know what I'm thinking about. I'm working with young people. Personally, we're interested to know that they are not prepared to work.
Okay.
They are not prepared to work society. I talk on it, sometimes I come from across one country. Because these young people coming from home, they are not prepared to take over and work. Because if we are one to go from school to school and school to get education, that's the only way Nigeria be able to go where we want to take a country. But if we get say that, we get depend on the government, depend on one side of the government, we're wasting our time.
Okay.
So, the tendency is know the responsibility, the obligation, and that are going to spend.
Okay.
So we got more to be, we got more to do with the kids that we're in, young people coming up.
Okay.
So thank you for this over. I will put myself available. I'll be part of the process from me to 101.
Okay.
And one day I will come over. We can share idea. I'll have to work on the program, but they come to September will be the full thing that will engage the first reader. They can be here. So that almost the one that you get. How well they can be able to put the people that go society.
Okay. Okay, Chief. Sorry, I just missed it. My finger just touched. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Come for the symposium. All right. So let me go back to our panelists. At least 30 seconds each to close up.
So,
all right. So
thank you.
Let me begin with the high court, the president of the La Cour. Yeah, let him man. Like 30 seconds, so he get close up to
I'm happy that you were able to speak because I had to come and your panelists. I want to say thank you to them for allowing the conversation was interesting and I saw Derek coming from the angle of the school and I saw my colleagues and colleagues. I just thought to come from the angle of the home. And I think if we don't have our parents having the dignity of labor, I recall the only way I started to learn how to type was when my father took me to the University of Liberia, where he was a research assistant, and I sat behind his typewriter. I admired every stroke and the popping of the cannon, like I used to call it. And then, seeing the university environment, it was looking so honorable to me. And I felt that this is so unique. And apparently that is what led me to become a president for a tertiary institution today. So the way our parents, the opportunity provided our parents, set the foundation for us to become something or become nothing. One of the callers said, and I like that, you come by, you see your papa playing Lulu. What do? It takes God, like Brother Derek said, to liberate you out of that cycle of inherited poverty. So let the society, while we're focusing on the school, let there be opportunities for young people to take on apprenticeship in industries, in the production areas, wherever that will give them some little dignity for their labor, so that the children can have a starting point. I think that's my party comment. Thank you for allowing me to join your conversation. Thank you.
It was wonderful having you. Thank you so much. We are deeply grateful.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Mr. Derek.
yes, ma'am.
You'll be the last to move on here today. 30 seconds.
All right. Okay. Thank you. I'm getting back. Let me say thank you, and I'm looking forward to more and more opportunities provided by Truth FM to our able.
Okay.
We continue to get this issue of young people, but what I would like to put is that let the home and let the school, let us continue to press on this issue about career development, because the Bible says, train up a child in the way that he should go, so that when he is old, when we give children something, when they become old, there are two things about education. You learn to make a living, and you learn to live with people. And it is the home and the school that can need. Thank you so much. I look to more engagement.
Okay, George,
Sure,
George
man.
playing Zuma, or George, you playing Zuma?
Nah. So it's like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said in my previous statement, the use of Liberia, unemployment rate can be eradicated based on reform.
Okay.
Our education sector needs to be reformed. We need to inject a lot of positive ideas for the youth minds to be open.
Okay.
These days, vast majority of the young children don't spend most of their time home. They don't spend it home. After school, they are out there with their friends. They are playing. Some of the fathers that I know, that I have seen interacted with, they don't even ask their children questions. It is their friends they take their assignment to do. You understand? So the dynamics has changed. It is not like way back. So things has to honestly change now. And I will stop here for today, and we'll have more of this conversation. Thank you.
Okay, my able Assistant Alex, the CEO and founder of Kona Educational Foundation, a TVET institution, and one of the candidates within Maserado District Number 5, who was beaten by Madam Priscilla Cooper. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
It's
You
a
have
background for that.
the proposal Okay, so I want to appreciate all of our panelists and especially Mr. Way. We will always call on you because Mr. Way, your contribution towards our society, nobody can underestimate that. You are doing extremely well. We want to appreciate you for that. And to all of our parents, please let us observe our children as they interact with their friends in the community, their behavior.
Okay.
Follow them up and see
Okay.
how you can develop on what they do in the community. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening. See you soon. And we'll be here again. Thank you.
All right. So thanks to you. I really appreciate all of you, Doc. Thank you so much. And that's how we want to go home on today. Thanks to Traffic Plus for affording us at least 10 minutes. Unstoppable. Well, my name is Magdalene Fenasa on the Youth Conversation on State of the Nation. The Agriculture Symposium is coming up the 11th and 12th of July. Yes, the mayor of PCC has received his communication. The senator, the chair on agriculture, the Senator Smith has also received his, and he will be with us. The agriculture minister has received his. He will be with us. Reverend Bima, CEO of CHAP, has received his, and he will be with us. And we have 17 participants who have signed up to this. And we are still open. I mean, it's just a little secret to you, right? Because we want you to come and be empowered. We want to build your skills. I myself will be a participant. And speed and recovery to Chris Sellee. See you on tomorrow on the business show.